Age is just a number, and it certainly didn't slow any of these guys down. That's why we're celebrating the greatest players who played in their 40s today on The Lineup. Welcome to The Lineup, the game show young enough to blackmail Jaromir Jagr on Instagram. I'm your host, Adam Reed. Let's see what guests we've got lined up. Welcome to the show, Derrick Fage.
Thank you.
You are a morning show host, and you once posed in a celebrity in their pet's calendar with the Ottawa Senators. What did that do to your street cred?
Well, let me just say this. I didn't pose with them. We were all on different months.
Big
but of course,
there.
At my stature, if you can hang around athletes, it gives you a lot for your street cred.
Thanks for being here, and you're going to be partnered up with Julian Stamboulieh. Yeah. You're an actor and director on the web series LARPs. Correct me if I'm wrong, you were also caught one day mooning Felicia Day, the creator of the web series The Guild?
Yeah, that was not my proudest
I don't know what that smile was.
Okay,
was that content?
Look,
I didn't know this before I teamed up with Julian. Can I just say that?
No one ever does. No, but so I got a tour of the Geek and Sundry studios, and one of the questions I always get asked is, do I know Felicia Day? And I did not know her. After the tour, I went into a boardroom to say goodbye to everyone and thank them all, and it took about a minute and a half, and I realized that entire time, Felicia was sitting on the couch right behind me with my ass right in her face, and then that was my first impression given to Felicia. I turned around, I was like, oh, hello. She's like, hello.
Yes.
And, the rest is history. Best friends ever since.
Well, here you are on the lineup. Thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it. You guys are going to be facing off against Team Red. Steve Nash. Actor, comedian, jack of all trades, master of all, and when you're not doing Arnold Schwarzenegger impressions or learning your lines, you're reffing wrestling matches?
Correct, man. I'm up at NTW, I've done TOW, work with Sylvain Grenier, Tommy Dreamer, Generation X, a lot of great...
So the pythons you got going on right now are not fake. Those are
they're real. They hate me as the referee.
Excellent. Someone who's going to hate you by this show is Rodrigo Vergara. Congratulations, you are a VR specialist on all your success, and you were also the master of ceremonies on the Rogers Hockey Town tour, where Ryan McLean was happy to be your partner, not the other way around. How did that work out?
That was the weirdest thing ever. Great experience to be on the Rogers Hometown Hockey Tour, and what you're talking about is specifically just out of nowhere, I'm doing crowd work and I'm not supposed to be on camera, and Ron just comes over, cameras come over, and he just goes on this 2-minute rant about how he specifically says Don Cherry is his partner on Saturdays and Rodrigo here is my partner on Sundays, which made
Not too bad. Not too bad. You believe that?
I don't believe a word.
There we go. Over the next 3 periods, our teams are going to engage in a battle of knowledge and strategy on their way to creating a list of the top 10 greatest players who played in their 40s. The hockey pros at WatchMojo have selected 20 players who they feel are most likely to make this list. Gentlemen, this is your draft pool. Turns out there's a lot of players who retire 40 years old, so we cut down the field a bit. For this draft pool, only players who retired at the age of 41 or older qualify. Just for fun, we've hidden a couple of names. Those are our wild cards. You could pick those at any time. And we've also selected a player who we feel is most likely to be at the top of the list, and that is our MVP, Mr. Hockey, Gordie Howe. He's off the table for now. Team Blue, quick question for you. What's more important, longevity past 40 or the overall skill level that you have when you're past 40 years old?
I would say skill level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think an average of the two. A mean, if you will.
Okay.
No?
Mean.
Yeah, okay.
When you talk about skill level, are you just talking about what they do?
Still
with the puck?
productive. They have to still be
okay.
productive. They have to still be putting up points, giving valuable minutes to their team.
Okay. Team Red, agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
absolutely.
I mean, if you're just hanging around the team just to look like a workhorse or something like that, or maybe just racking up penalty minutes, you're not on my lineup.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
going to be easy for you guys. They're already agreeing with you.
For now.
For now.
Put
All
the
right,
guns away there, Steve.
All right, teams, let's dive in. It's time for the entry draft. In the entry draft, each team will have a chance to pick some players to get them started. We'll go back and forth playground style until both teams have their first 3 picks. You guys won the bingo tournament backstage, so you guys get to pick first. Who will it be?
What do you think?
I mean, we were talking about it. We had a difference.
And we had a difference in opinion.
Although I think, we'll go with yours first.
Yeah?
We'll go with yours first. Let's do
All
yours
right,
first.
we're going to take Jacques Plante.
Jacques Plante.
Yes.
Man, Montreal Canadiens, good pick. Your counter pick, Team Red?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. All right, so we're going to go for Nicholas Lidstrom.
All right, second pick.
Got to go with the main man, Jagr.
Yeah, Jaromir Jagr.
Jagr, the ageless wonder. When's this guy going to stop?
He's not going to. He's going to play till he's
Exactly. He's
50.
gonna play forever.
I think he's
Actually
going
a
to
robot.
try to beat out Gordie Howe.
All right.
Yeah.
Team Red, your counter pick.
Yeah, let's go. Chris Chelios.
Chris Chelios. Chelios officially retired in 2010 at the age of 48. His post-40 years old career included a Stanley Cup in 2002 with the Red Wings and also another one in 2008. Good pick. Team Blue.
No, I need these stats are pretty shitty.
Need your pick?
Maybe going with, you want to do some Timo?
Yeah, let's go.
Timo Solani.
You're
Timo
countering
Solani.
Nick Lindstrom with Team Solani. Liking it. Team Red, your final pick.
All right, so we're gonna go with a goalie, our first goalie, Martin Brodeur.
Oh!
2 full seasons with the Devils after turning 40, and then he played 7 games as a member of the St. Louis Blues before retiring, went to the Stanley Cup final in 2012 just after he turned 40. Good stuff. Out of curiosity, Team Red, if you're the oldest guy in the locker room, is that an automatic, he's our leader, we should lean on this guy, or can some of the young guys do it?
I mean, I think they should definitely respect the veteran in the room. He's the one that's been there the longest. He knows the way it is, and I think he'd definitely be able to lead the team through that.
Experience, valuable for you guys in terms of age? For
Valuable,
but
not to be the captain. Certainly, I think any veteran on your team is going to be somebody that the young guys look up to. But there's been a lot of great young captains in the league over
So
the
it's not a
years.
guarantee for you guys?
No.
No, but I think it is important for like those more experienced players to train the upcoming captains, younger captains. Like that relationship is really strong, and you see it actually a lot in the Canadians as they have like Markov kind of coaching some of the newer, younger players to get them
To act
to
as
be
a mentor.
leaders. Yeah.
Well said. Teams, you guys are off to a rock and roll start with your first 3 picks, but we're about to make things a little bit more difficult. It's time for the next period, game night. If our teams want to get the best possible players in their next 7 draft picks, we'll need to rely on their hockey knowledge because game night is all about trivia. Every time a team answers a question correctly, they get to draft first. The first 2 questions are a one-on-one trivia showdown. Whoever buzzes in first gets to answer. If they get it wrong, the other team can steal. And if neither of them get it right, the person who buzzed in first wins the round and, of course, gets the pick. All right, Derek. Mr. Steve Nash, come on up here.
All right.
All right.
Ready?
Glad to be here with Harry Potter's dad over here.
Oh, Steve, the steroids are kicking in.
Liking it. Here we go. Your question. For most players, multi-goal games are few and far between, especially at a certain age. In 2015, which right winger became the oldest player to ever record a hat trick?
Jaromir Jagr.
That's correct. Jaromir Jagr. In January 2015, Jagr recorded a hat trick at 42 years old, surpassing the legendary Gordie Howe, who scored his final hat trick at 41. How does that make you feel?
Not very good because I knew the answer. It was just too slow.
We'll have you guys go back to your positions.
I'll get you some insurance, okay?
I'm just happy that we were like the smartest ones to actually pick.
Gentlemen, let's pull up the draft
At least
pool.
we chose them, guys, remember?
It's your pick, Team Red. Go ahead.
All right. Go for it.
Daniel Alfredson.
Daniel Alfredson played 2 seasons after turning 40. The first one with the Sens, where he was a point per game over 10 games in the playoffs, and then one last season with the Detroit Red Wings. Good call. All right, your counter pick, Team Blue.
All right. What do you think?
Um,
What do you like?
you want to go with the true Canadian Tim Horton?
Yeah, let's go with Tim Horton.
Tim Horton.
I like it.
All right. Out of curiosity, none of you have chosen the wild cards. Just saying. All right, gentlemen, Julian, Rodrigo, come on up.
Let's go, buddy.
Take him down.
So, Harry Potter's dad, Harry Potter, crystal ball. We're
Did you
ready.
just insult yourself?
Oh, yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Making
Doing
this
my
easy
work
on
for
us,
me,
Julian.
yeah. Seriously, eh?
Self-derisive
Not to-
jokes are the best.
Gentlemen, your question is, normally the title of the league's most prolific scorer goes to players in their prime of their careers, but that isn't always the case. Which electrifying Quebecois player is the oldest to win the Art Ross Trophy as the leader in points in a season?
No idea. Over to you.
That would be incorrect. We are looking for the most electrifying Quebecois player who would be the oldest to win the Art Ross Trophy. French speaking, league leader in points. I need an answer.
He's right.
Guy Lafleur?
That is incorrect. Guy Lafleur is not the correct answer because you buzzed in. You guys get it. The correct answer is Martin St. Louis. He was 37 years old when he won in 2005. And if you would have guessed Vinny Lecavalier, that would have been a good guess too. Got close. All right, have you guys go back to your positions.
Thank you.
And let's pull up the draft pool once more. And Team Blue, you've earned yourself the right to pick first.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're going to take Mark Messier.
Which would be wild card 1 or wild card 2? And secondly, how do you even know Mark Messier's on that list?
He has to be on that
show me,
list.
is it wild card 1 or wild card 2?
I'm going to say wild card 1.
It's Mark Messier.
Yeah, of course it is.
Messier scored 67
awesome.
points as a 40-year-old in 2000-2001. In 2003, Messier eclipsed Gordie Howe to become the second highest point scorer in NHL history. And in his final season, he was named to the All-Star team for the 15th time. Good pick.
Thank you.
Counterpick, Team Red.
You guys are struggling.
Okay, so I think it's time to go to Soviet
We have to go to
Russia.
Russia.
Was that your Russian accent? Was that?
That's the worst ever.
Yikes.
And Igor Larionov.
Larionov. Okay,
A bit of
excellent.
Australian in
Well,
there.
they needed some offense so far. Our team's kicking their butt right now in offense.
For these next 2 questions, you might be kicking their butt, but for these next 2 questions, we're turning up the heat. Instead of getting 1 draft pick for a correct answer, teams will win 2. Also, the winner of this round will get a big boost by forcing a trade, so they could take their least desirable player and swap it out for the other team's top pick. I'll read out a question that will require a team to place 4 items in the right order. Teams can choose to play it or pass it. Being right wins you the next pick. This question's for you, gentlemen. Team Red. Question is, place these players who played in their 40s in order from most career points to fewest. Before I give you your options, would you like to play, or you can always pass it over to these guys?
I say pass. Let's see.
Pass.
Let's see.
Okay, thanks. Bring it on.
Let's
Thank you,
see,
gentlemen.
let's see
A lot
what
of
we
confidence
got.
over there, eh, fellas? Okay.
Let's see what we got.
Let's go.
Your options are Gordie Howe, Chris Chelios, Jaromir Jagr, Ray Whitney. Go. Team Red, quick question for you. Players who play in their 40s, do you consider them selfish? Is it time to hang them up?
No, I think if you're healthy enough to play in the game and you're still able to have great seasons, keep going.
I mean, as a kid, this is what you worked for your entire life, right? Growing up, you went to school, you went to hockey practice. This is all you did. This is what you've always wanted. You're still there. Like Steve said, if the skill level is still there, if the compete is still there, why not?
All right, Team Blue, let's see if you have the skill level necessary to answer this correct. We asked you to place these players who played in their 40s in order from most career points to fewest. You said Gordie Howe, Jaromir Jagr, Ray Whitney, Chris Chelios. And that is incorrect. It is Jaromir Jagr, Gordie Howe, Ray Whitney, and then Chris Chelios. 1893 for Jagr, 1850 for Gordie Howe, 1064 for Ray Whitney, and Chris Chelios at 948. On a side note,
You just surpassed
of the
them, too.
top 5 career point leaders, only 1 player retired before the age of 40, and that was Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky. All right,
So you guys needed some help, so we're letting you take this one.
you guys got that question incorrect, so therefore you guys earned yourself the right to 2 picks and a swap. This could be a game changer for you guys.
Yowza.
So what are your first 2 picks?
Oh, let's see. Do we can't go for that MVP yet, can we?
Not yet.
So let's go with wild card number 2.
That's right.
Welcome number 2, Ed Belfour.
Nice.
Played 2 seasons in the NHL after turning 40, 1 with Toronto and 1 with Florida, missing the playoffs both times. Eclipsed Terry Sawchuk for career wins in 2005, making him 3rd all-time. All right, your second pick?
I think it's time to go for the Golden Brett.
That's right.
All right, Brett Hogg.
Yeah, the
All right.
Golden Brett.
Your counter picks, gentlemen. 2 picks.
Counter picks. Okay. What do you think?
I'm going to lean on you for this one.
Okay. All right. We're going to take, since they decided on Ed Belfour, whose numbers sucked in his 40s, we'll take Dominic Hasek, who had 28 wins, 38 wins, 27 wins to end his 40s in his career.
One of the most intimidating goaltenders of all time, if not the most.
I couldn't agree more.
All right, Dominic Hasek, your second pick.
Let's go with...
Julian, you got anybody up there? I need a pick.
Let's go with, you want to do Adam? Adam
Yeah.
Oates? Let's do Adam
That's
Oates.
good. Yeah, Adam Oates.
Let's do Adam
All
Oates.
right, Adam Oates, Dominic Hasek.
OC.
You have earned yourself the right to swap a player out, give something up, take one away. Who will it be?
All right, so we are going to give away Eddie Belfour,
Oh.
Yep.
and we are going to take
Should have said that was a great pickup, by the way, before.
Jaromir Jagr.
Oh, Jagr
Yes.
for Belfour.
Of
Yes.
course.
All right.
You're still in it, Team Blue.
Classic dick move.
Well, we didn't want to completely, evaporate you guys right away.
It's
off the
not all
bat.
lost, because for this next question, the winner once again gets 2 picks, and they get to go on the power play, meaning they get to send one of their opponents to the penalty box for the next round. All right, this question's for you, gentlemen.
Okay.
Goalies are an odd bunch, which might explain why they tend to stay in the game for a long time. Place these goaltenders from oldest to youngest in their final NHL appearance. Before I give you your options, do you wish to play? You pass it over to these guys.
What do you think?
I mean, we could return the favor. Maybe pass it over to them.
Want to pass it over?
Pass it over to them. Let's see how they do.
All right, well, we'll pass it over.
You've chosen to pass.
Voice went up there. You're getting a little scared?
I know. What's going on?
Your options are Ken Dryden, Tim Thomas, Martin Brodeur, and Jacques Plante. Go. Do you agree with Gordie Howe being the MVP? Some people would say Jaromir Jagr, right?
Yeah, we
were
actually
actually-
had
we were
this
talking about
discussion.
this.
Yeah, I would put Gordie Howe. I mean, you look at in his 40s, 3 years over 100 points. 51 years old, playing with the Hartford Whalers. 41 points for a 51-year-old in the NHL.
So, okay, so let
Incredibly
me ask you this.
impressive.
How many points?
41
So
points.
41 points as a 50-year-old, or do you give it 60 at the age of 43 by Jaromir Jagr in today's league?
Hard to say. I can't compare leagues. You can't compare the.
Plus,
We'll keep that for
different
the
hockey,
different era
different
episode,
hockey.
the
right?
majority of his post 40 years were in a different league anyway.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Still a
So that's-
competitive league, though.
All right, let's take a look. Gentlemen, we asked you to place these goaltenders from oldest to youngest in their final NHL appearance. You said Martin Brodeur, Tim Thomas, Jacques Plante, and Ken Dryden. And that is incorrect. It's Jacques Plante, Martin Brodeur, Tim Thomas, then Ken Dryden. Out of curiosity,
slipped.
do you guys know who the oldest was to ever play goal? No, it was Mo Roberts. He was the age of 45, and he was also, when he started, he had his NHL debut, was 19, and that was also a record for the youngest goalie in NHL history.
Wow.
So he has both.
Okay.
All right, so you got that incorrect. Therefore, you have earned yourself the right for 2 picks, and send one of these guys to the box.
I cannot wait.
Let's start with your 2 picks.
All right. Oh, it's going to be tough to choose which one of them to send over. Okay, 2 picks.
They're both so terrible. So, I don't know. You want to go? Do you want to go?
We need your pick?
You want to do Doug Harvey?
Yeah, let's go. We'll take Doug Harvey.
One of the greatest defensemen of all time.
Yeah, and Ron Francis.
All you, man.
Okay, we'll take Ron Francis as well.
Ron
That is
Francis.
teamwork.
He turned 40 in the 2002-2003 season, just after captaining the Hurricanes to the Stanley Cup Finals. Holds all major franchise records for the Hurricanes. Not too shabby. All right, Team Red, your counter picks.
We're going to take Bobby Hull
Okay.
Keep it in the family.
and Gary Roberts.
Gary Roberts. All right.
All right.
Fun part of the show where you guys
Yeah.
get to decide who goes into the penalty box. Who will it be? Derrick Fage, Julian Stamboulieh?
What do you think?
I mean, Mom always told me never to trust a person with such a perfectly trimmed beard. But he's just been like glaring at us all game.
I know. Yeah, we're going to send Steve
Yeah.
over there. Get over to the penalty
Yeah, is
box
it what?
there, you
Consensus?
bum.
Yes,
Yeah.
agreed.
Yeah.
Steve
back in that
Nash?
fairy tale
Steve
after
Nash,
2
don't go
minutes.
anywhere. Until I utter the words,
Right.
you're taking 2 for the team. Get in that penalty box.
See you later, buddy.
Put you back in the fairy tale after.
In the box.
I got this. I
In
got
the
this.
box.
I got
You guys seem
There you
pretty
go.
content to send him off to the penalty box.
Yeah, pretty happy
huge
with
advantage
that.
for you guys.
Yeah, I think so. I
All
think
right.
so.
All right, now that Team
He
Red
was-
is shorthanded.
He was holding up the team for the most part, right?
Let's see what they're made of. It's time for the speed drill. Teams have to answer 5 rapid-fire questions. Whoever gets more correct gets that sweet, sweet MVP, the immortal Gordie Howe. Teams can work together on this one. Of course, one team is shorthanded. The good news for them, though, in the case of a tie, they win. Here we go, gentlemen.
Okay.
After a long career full of broken limbs, bruises, and lost teeth, maybe a 9 to 5 doesn't sound too bad. Which career did these players pursue after they retired from the NHL? Question 1, Sean Avery, talent agent or advertising executive? Question 2, Guy Lafleur, owner of a helicopter rental company or owner of a fishing shop? Question 3,
Fearing the lineup's best PK over here. Don't worry about it.
Question 3, Donald Brashear, owner of a demolition company or owner of a construction company?
I think the answer is clear.
Question 4,
I'm glad you think so. buddy.
Ken Dryden, politician or owner of a dry cleaner?
For the love of God, please.
Marcel DIONNE, owner of a diner or owner of a sports equipment store? Oof. All right, teams. Rodrigo, shorthanded, how'd you do?
That's the kind of confidence I'm looking for there, Rodrigo. Attaboy.
Having said that, let's take a look how you did.
Is that Steve I hear?
I was
in the
not
penalty box?
expecting this line of questioning at all.
Sean Avery, we asked you, which career did these players pursue after they retired from the NHL? Team Blue, you said advertising executive. Team Red, you said talent agent. The correct answer was advertising executive. All right, Team Blue, well done. Next question, Guy Lafleur. We asked you, was he an owner of a helicopter rental company or did he own a fishing shop? Team Blue, you said the helicopter renting company. Team Red, you said fishing shop. Correct answer is owner of a helicopter rental company. Look at these guys. Well done.
I think I heard Steve crying in the penalty box there.
Donald Brashear, owner of a demolition company or owner of a construction company. You both answered demolition company. Correct answer was construction company. Both got it wrong. Surprising. I think demolition, right, Donald Brashear?
Yeah.
I know, you match the personality, right,
Exactly.
with the job.
That's where I went, right?
Team Red, you're not looking too good. 0 for 3.
He shouldn't. I'm confident. We got the last two, so you're done, buddy.
Just on a side note, if these guys get any more correct, they will win the MVP and you will be left with the last pick on the board.
What he
all right?
meant to say was they got both correct, and they will be getting the MVP.
Well, let's take a look.
on the-
The advantage is I actually know who Johnny Bauer is, unlike the
Oh,
No idea. No idea.
All right, here we go. Ken Dryden,
Defense.
Team Blue, you said politician. Team Red, you said politician. And that is correct, Team Politician. Well done. You guys have earned yourself Well done, well done. You've earned yourself the MVP. That is Gordie Howe. Howe is the only player to play in the NHL in 5 different decades, named to the All-Star team 23 times, retired from hockey at the age of 52, playing alongside his sons. Good pick. And you get the final pick on the board, and that is Johnny Bauer, who played 5 full seasons with the Leafs after turning 40, including one where he shared the Vezina Trophy with Terry Sawchuk, and another where they won the Cup. Became the oldest goalie to play in a playoff game at age 44 in 1969. You guys are in the MVP. You guys are sitting pretty.
Feeling
goal,
good.
Gordie Howe.
Still in goalie.
Goalie,
Yeah.
not a
He
defenseman.
shared the trophy, right?
Yes.
Sharing is caring.
And on a side
is
note,
caring.
on a side note, Marcel Dionne, we had given you the options of owner of a diner, owner of a sports equipment store, and it was the owner of a diner.
That was a tricky
That's-
question because
that's-
beside his diner, he owns a memorabilia shop.
It's a memorabilia
So,
shop.
Yeah, I know.
not
I'm
the
just
same.
throwing it
We
out
said-
there.
we
We
said
like
diner?
being tricky here on the
Well, we
lineup.
both said we said diner,
Yeah, okay,
but
cool.
it
So
threw
that's
me
fine.
off. I thought we
I
could.
had that one too.
Either one would have gone well.
The draft pool is now empty, and I'm not getting any younger. So that's the end of game night. It's time for the final countdown. Team Red, you're back at full strength. Welcome back to the ice, Steve. He needed you. He missed you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You had one job. You
That's
had one
putting
job.
it mildly. How was the penalty box there?
Oh, it was
Yeah?
wonderful.
Pretty painful to watch Rodrigo on
It's
his
a lot
own.
warmer than it is over here, Sunshine. Right?
Our teams will now rank their draft picks from 10 to 1 to create their list of the top 10 greatest players who played in their 40s. Gentlemen, you have 60 seconds, and then we'll check out your lists. Your time starts now. Think about this. A third of the players in the NHL weren't even born when Jaromir Jagr first broke into the league. Here's the lineup's list of the top 3 laws of mortality that Jaromir Jagr has defied. Number 3, it's all downhill after 40. JJ has racked up 204 points in 282 games after the Big 4-0. He holds the record for most points in a season by a player aged 43 or older with 60, and somehow he's still going strong. Number 2, you get less cool with age. The once private Czech bad boy has opened up over the years, showing us more of his personality and sense of humor, and gaining legions of fans in the process. You know, when PK Subban, arguably the coolest player in the league, can steal the show at the All-Star game by paying tribute to you, that makes you certified cool. Number 1, age slows you down. In a league that's gone younger and faster, Jagr is kept up by constantly notching up his training regimen. He's now known for his intense workouts that would make anyone else tap out pretty quick. At this point, there's no telling what law hockey's Benjamin Button will break next. Speaking of getting older, Derrick Fage, talk about our list.
I thought you were
Yikes.
talking about my age for a second
Yikes.
there. I am probably the oldest here. Our list, we're happy with our list, actually. The trade
Static.
that they had, we thought was going to hurt us, but getting Gordie Howe made up for it.
Okay, Jagr, Yager was a
Yager for
tough
Ed
loss.
Belfour
That was a tough
I wasn't
loss.
happy to get Ed Belfour.
So let's take a look. So we've got Gordie Howe, number 1. Teemu Selanne, number 3. Teemu Selanne, number 3. Mark Messier had some good years. You spoke very highly of Dominik Hasek, yet you only ranked him number 6. What's going on there?
Yeah, well, I think we wanted to spread things out. We put Jacques Plante in there at number 2. His stats were incredible in his 40s. He only had, up to the age of 44, he was under 3 goals per game. He had 2 of those years in his 40 under 2 goals per game. One was 1.88. So that's why we put him up there. So
I have all this memorized too, just so you
Nice.
know. All of it.
I
to a
mean,
T.
Jacques Plante with all those fantastic, 20, 30 game seasons. Yeah, he was really good. So,
Team Red.
going on?
Yes, I'll give you the floor. Talk to me about your list.
Well, okay, again, that Yager swap definitely brought our list up. We've got arguably 2 of the best defensemen all time, arguably one of the best goalies of all time. I think that despite not having a shot at Gordie Howe, we definitely have the best overall list.
No Bobby Hull at number 3, buddy.
Yeah, shocking. There's 2 things that catch my eye on that. First of all, Johnny Bauer, number 10.
Yeah.
That's surprising. And number 3, Bobby Hull, ahead of Chris Chelios. 2 cups in his 40s, 2002, 2008. You still put him, where did you put him? Number 4, really, ahead of, behind Bobby Hull.
I mean, we got to give something for the folks at home to argue about. Right?
All right. You know what?
You got a lot riding on one mullet, is all we're trying to say.
I will say
He's right
this.
there.
If I had to make a choice, I'd probably go with you guys. Well done, team.
Thank you.
Like your list.
There you go.
But you know what? You guys still did a great job. Congratulations on all your success, Steve. Thanks for being here. Where can people catch you?
You can see me Tuesdays on Unité 9 on Radio Canada. It also plays online. I'm also in a Kijiji commercial online as well as Hydro-Quebec.
Nice.
And Walt Disney's Bad Hair Day.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Not shocking.
Rodrigo, VR specialist. The future of VR is coming. Where can people catch all that fun stuff you're involved with?
You can catch me on imgeniusvr.com, which is our production website. And I'm doing some product reviews also on a show called RV in VR.
Great.
On 360vrcommunity.com.
Well done. Thanks for taking the time.
Cheers.
Team Blue, well done.
Thank you.
Derrick Fage, where can we catch all the stuff you're involved with?
Breakfast Television Monday to Friday, of course. You can visit my Facebook page, Twitter, and excited I got a TEDx talk coming up. So
That must be cool. How'd you land that?
I'm an inspirational speaker. Some of the things I've overcome, some challenges I've overcome. So
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Congratulations and thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Julian, LARPs and Beyond. What is on the table for you coming up next?
Well, you can check out LARPs the series at larpstheseries.com. But we're working on some short films with my production company, Bean Duck Productions, and that's at beanduck.com.
Well done. Gentlemen, it was great having you guys on. Thanks for taking the time.
Thanks so much.
I thought Team Blue had the better list, but hey, I'm not as quick as I was in my rookie year. Tell us in the comments who you thought had the stronger list. I'm Adam Reed. We'll see you next time right here on Watch Mojo's The Lineup. Thanks for watching The Lineup. For more episodes, click here and subscribe for more great content published daily.